What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Mike Roach Podcast, where sports and truth collide. And that's what I used to say. But I'm going to be changing that now since I've been talking about a bunch of other things aside from sports, culture, politics, anything that's important to me is what I'm going to be speaking about. So sports, politics, culture, truth, all these things now collide on the Mike Roach Podcast. Thanks for joining me again. Glad to be back on the microphone as always. And folks, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can get all the notifications of when I drop another episode. And folks, if you realize what I've been doing now, just like you see with a bunch of other pages, I'll drop the full episode and then I'll put things in shorts and I'll put things in segments so that if you only want to listen to a specific segment of the show, you can click on that and listen to whatever you want to listen to, even if you don't want to listen to the full show. Just click away, baby. Click away in regards to anything Mike Roach at Mike Roach 7 on IG. Make sure you follow me on there. The one, THE1, number one, Mike Roach on TikTok, at Mike Roach 23 on X. Folks, you can find me in all these different places. Okay. So first of all, I'm juiced up right now because I got a few different things that I really got to touch on in this episode. Okay. The first thing I want to talk to you about is President-elect Donald Trump and former U.S. President Barack Obama. They were seen at Jimmy Carter's funeral being pretty friendly with each other in regards to them having a brief little conversation there. And people were in an uproar about this for some reason. Yes, you heard me correctly. People were in an uproar saying this is a very bad look for the Democrats. So we're going to talk about that. Also, what the hell is going on between Drake and LeBron James here, people? I mean, what is going on here? I don't know what to call this anymore. Hip hop culture. What is this? I'll tell you what it is. It's a damn mess. It's a mess. We're going to have to get into that. And one last thing I got to get into before I end the show is going to be my Toronto Raptors. Okay. My Toronto Raptors are, they got a big win against the Golden State Warriors, which I'll drop a bomb. But ultimately, it's not looking very good for the Toronto Raptors this season. Currently sitting at 9-31, fifth in the Atlantic Division, and damn near the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Okay, but is there an upside here, folks? Is there something that we might, be happy about in the end? We'll discuss that a little bit too. All right. But first off, I want to jump straight into this brief, lighthearted conversation here between Donald Trump and Barack Obama. Now, they were seen at Jimmy Carter's funeral, chopping it up a little bit, sitting down, talking, laughing, whispering in each other's ear, looking like they had a little bromance thing going on. And people were in an uproar about this. Yes, you heard me correctly, folks. I don't understand it. Now, I get it from a point of optics, right? It doesn't look good in regards to how they were speaking about each other. But I mean, I'll go over some of the things that they said. I mean, I get it completely because I'm a guy who follows some politics. And to me, it is what it is. It's just politics. And it's a bit of a game to them, at least. Is it serious? Yes. But what did I talk about was it my last episode or the episode before? When I was talking about hate for the great one, people not liking Wayne Gretzky and being upset with him because he chose to hang out with his boy Donald Trump and he was showing love and support to him after he won the presidential election. It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. So I'm glad that I talked about that. And what did I say in regards to that? People have their own agendas. They have reasons for why they vote for and who they support. They have reasons for all of those things. Okay. I mentioned to you, I don't give a damn. I will vote on the right or the left, conservative, liberals. I won't say right and left. I will say conservative, liberals. If you're in the US, you want to call that Democrats, Republicans, whatever you want to call it. But I don't hold allegiance to any side. And this is a big part of the reason why, when you look at Barack Obama and Donald Trump chopping it up like that. A lot of these people, when you work in politics like this, it's a nasty game. We all know that. And I'm going to show you, if anybody hasn't seen this clip, I'm going to actually show it to you. They don't take a lot of these things personally. It's a campaign. It's chippy. It's ugly. They're going at each other's necks or throats. I mean, it's politics. It really is. And it's almost like the WWE. You're whooping each other's ass out there in front of the crowd and in front of the public. And then behind the scenes, you're talking, you're laughing it up. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. They understand how this thing works. And I'm actually going to share my screen with you here. And for anybody who hasn't seen this, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to X because X is a good place for news, by the way. Let me bring it back here. So this is what I'm talking about here. Barack Obama, Donald Trump, they're sitting down. And I mean, seriously, what are these two really going to do? Start punching each other in the face at a funeral? Like, come on, man. You already know. You already know. Both of these guys know what the game is here. Okay. Now, people say this is not necessarily a good look for the Democrats. I think it's a good look for both parties, to be completely honest with you. Sitting down, being civil, having a conversation. I don't see this being a bad look for either side, if you ask me. I really don't. But it's funny though. It's funny. And everybody who I'm around who I talk politics to, I always tell them, this is why you can't get too emotional when it comes to this. You can't get too emotional when it comes to politics and how people feel in regards to the way they feel about any side. Because at the end of the day, this is what it is. Okay. Let me remind you of something like Donald Trump called these people stupid on that side. They won't have a country if the Democrats win. They bring in criminals. They're destroying America. They're going to take your rights. And then on the other side, with Barack Obama and the Democrats, they talk about he's divisive, he's incompetent, he's not fit for office, he's a threat to democracy, he's dangerous. They said all of these things about each other. But then at the end of the day, when they're sitting next to each other, they're there chopping it up, smiling and laughing. Okay. And I bring that up to say this because there's another clip that I want to show you here. I believe it MSNBC? Okay. Yeah. On how they talked about what you should do with family members if they chose to vote for the other side that you may not like. In regards to Trump's side, by the way, I want to play that video for you right here. Take a look at this because I saw this when it came out, but it just rubbed me the wrong way.
How do you interact with people who voted for this? Right? If you are an LGBTQ person and you know someone in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman knowing that, this man was calling people the B word, JD Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash and said, we're going to take out the trash. I know a lot of Black women were incredibly triggered by that. And if you then meet somebody and you know they voted for the people who called you trash, or if you're Puerto Rican, you know someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me. And I actually talked to,
Okay. So essentially, you must cut off your family members for voting a certain way. But the two guys who were there saying these things about each other are there laughing and smiling and having a conversation with each other. The two guys who were talking about each other. It's okay for them to not cut each other off and talk and laugh and smile and giggle, but we must do that with our family members. Yeah, that's I don't know about that one. That is not good. That is not good. That is strange stuff to me. So all I'm saying is you got to be careful with this stuff. Okay? People have reasons. They have reasons for voting and supporting the people that they want to support in office, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. Okay? You're not going to be able to convince everyone regardless. And if you can see these two not taking it personally, maybe you should think about doing that as well. Okay? Just not taking things so damn personally. So, I'm going to move on here, but I just do think it's very interesting. I'm pretty sure that we'll be touching on this topic.
Look at my
again.
African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Whoa, take it easy, Trump. The next thing I want to get into is what in the hell is going on with LeBron James and Drake? This is listen, I know people are upset and people are angry, but this is going beyond hip hop. This is going beyond culture. I'll get back into this whole culture thing after. I don't know what the hell this is anymore. I really, really don't. Like, where do I begin with this? I'm just gonna have to let you see for yourself here. Okay. Let me take this off mute. Okay. I'm gonna go back into X because I have another video with DJ Academics. Let me start this again here. Because I'm not sure if a lot of you guys saw this in regards to this whole Drake. And I'm going to play this.
I talked to enough news flash for LeBron. Yo, LeBron, I talked to enough whores in Canada. I've talked to enough people. Maybe Drake will keep teasing it. Let me just tell you what I've heard. Yo, LeBron, you and Drake used to go on two-mans, okay? You've been cheating on your goddamn wife. Drake used to facilitate the host, and basically, essentially, you can't dance to a song about him being a pedophile. He used to supply you with the bitches. I'm sorry, my nigga. Yes, if I'm Drake, I snitch on you too. Sorry, buddy. You can't do that. No. You've been living a lie, and everybody been thinking you're this perfect guy, but when you come to Canada, I know some of the whores. when you come to Canada, you know you come to certain places. I'm supplying you with the white women you love. You don't even like black chicks. White women. I'm the guy. So when I bring the tings and I'm hooking you up, when Kendrick drops a song saying certified lover boy, certified pedo, you're the first one to say, whoa, me and Drake done did some two-mans. He ain't never bring no underage girl. What the fuck is you talking about? Or how about you shut the fuck up and don't dance, don't crip walk, don't do nothing, and how about you go win some championships? I'm sorry. I'm snitching on you. That's why you in trouble, LeBron. You can't dance to a song about me being a pedophile when we went on two-mans. That's why you're getting dissed on these random songs. There's like five tings in Toronto ready to shout your business up now, bro.
Now, this is crazy, folks. This is crazy. Now, I like academics and I like all parties involved, to be completely honest with you. But this is getting messy. Like, clearly, whatever relationship that LeBron and Drake once had is no longer there, especially after this. Now, I don't know. If could it have been patched up before this? Maybe it could have been. But after you bring a man's family into this, wife, and now he has children, two of them that are grown and are sons who are going to hear this. Plus, he's going to have to deal with this from his wife and his family. That's a problem. That's a problem. Like, there's no coming back for this relationship. And it's weird because, like, this ain't got nothing to do with streets. This has to do with ego. I don't think there's any jealousy involved here, but betrayal, a lack of respect, I guess. And this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. You don't recover from that. Not when you say something like that. And I'm hoping a lot of these guys kind of realize and understand that being in hip hop, being in the NBA, being in all of these things, yeah, it's a different type of life, and you're making a lot of bucks, you're making a lot of money, you're meeting a lot of people, but at the end of the day, it's still a business, and you still have to be professional. It's probably better if you just keep your circle small. You're not hanging around a bunch of people, because clearly feelings and ego, like I mentioned, things get in the way of that. And why it turned out to be the way it did. And listen, I understand from a perspective why Drake is upset. LeBron was your dude. He was dancing around, calling you a pedophile with everybody else. I get it. But I mean, he was calling Drake a pedophile, talking about Kendrick Lamar, by the way. Drake was calling him a woman beater. Now they're calling LeBron a cheater, saying there's receipts and all kind of stuff. I mean, what part of the culture is this? Is this also a part of the culture? Is this what's going on out here right now? Really? Everybody keeps talking about this word culture. What the hell is it? Seriously, what is this word culture? And who's a part of it? Who's allowed to be in it? Who is the gatekeeper of Black culture at this point? Because it just seems like people just get to pick and choose who they want to be in there. I've been here and I'm not a part of the culture for years. Especially after being an adult, being around some of the people that I was around. I wasn't a part of the culture, apparently, because I had some people that I was around, and I would speak up when I heard and saw dumb-ish, and some of them didn't like it because I chose to have a wife and not a baby mama because I can speak the English language without saying the N-word every second, because I chose to make good decisions and not end up in the slammer over doing dumb shit. Apparently that means I'm not a part of the culture as well. So if that is what we're looking at as the culture and just being on the internet, gossiping about people's lives and nonsense, well, you can keep that culture. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. You can keep that nonsense. So I don't know what the hell is going on in regards to that relationship. But like, the question I have to ask overall is just why? Why is this necessary? Is it just for clicks and likes? Are people being paid to distribute this type of information to everyone? I just don't understand what the hell is going on here. I really, really don't. And I hope what we're seeing in regards to Drake and Kendrick and all this other crap going around and what is considered the culture is just a whole bunch of nonsense. And I don't want to see this crap anymore. I really, really don't. But you know what? There's one more thing that I want to mention in regards to the culture and in regards to hip hop. I'm going to have to make this a bigger topic for a different day, but it made me think about this. And I'm going to touch on, I'm only going to play about a minute and 20 seconds of this, but it did make me think into what I believe a part of the problem is now with hip hop. I want to play it for you. Let me share my screen again. I'm going to go to YouTube this time and show you exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm sure some of you have already seen this clip before, but I'll elaborate in a second.
Where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. That means if you don't know the purpose for a thing, all you can do is abuse it. Now the word abuse, say with me, abuse. It came from two words, abnormal use. They put the two words together and it eventually lost many of the letters. Abnormal use, abuse, abuse. That's where it came from. Where purpose is not known, abnormal use is inevitable. The implication is profound. Wherever there is abnormal use, there has to be a normal use. Have you noticed the term they use when someone abnormally uses any kind of drug? They don't use the term that it is bad. They call it abuse. They never say cocaine is bad. They never say marijuana is bad or alcohol is bad. What they say is it is being abused, abnormally used. That means there's a normal use for it. When you go to the hospital for an operation and they got to give you surgery, they put the stuff in you. Some of you had cocaine, didn't know it. They put that.
Now, I want to pause it here because there's a purpose for, no pun intended, on why I'm playing that. And a big part of the problem for me that I believe with hip hop is that I think a lot of the hip hop artists and the industry overall in general have lost the purpose of hip hop. And it's pretty much just become abuse at this point. Like, hip hop was to help, encourage, empower Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Black Americans were doing this, they were putting messages in there of hope, messages in there to, uplift the community. They were fighting back against the man and the government. That was a big purpose and main purpose of hip hop. There was meaning to it. There was a message, a positive message. And it's lost its way pretty much at this point. And to me, it's like hip hop abuse, People are just putting a bunch of dumbass messages in music where there is no purpose except for just making money to enrich yourself. No good message out there for the community. I'm not talking about everybody, because there still is good hip hop and great artists out there. Not speaking about them and those artists, but for the most part, it is saturated and garbage. And hip hop needs to find its way back in general amongst a lot of these artists, because to me, it's just being abused right now. And there are very few artists that really, have power and a really good message in their music. Okay. So hip hop, I don't know. This whole situation with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it is going to change hip hop a little bit, if you ask me. I think there are some things we don't know about yet in regards to this beef and some of the legal action going on. I think there's more to come with that from both sides, by the way, not just one. We'll see if I'm right about that. But we're going to have to keep our eye on that. Now, transitioning into the last thing. My Toronto Raptors. Oh, boy. My Toronto Raptors. Listen. My Toronto Raptors are 9-31 on the season. It has not been a good season, folks, in regards to winning. Now, apparently in the locker room, everything has been going well in regards to the players and the coaching staff and everything like that, but we're abysmal. We're abysmal. Everybody knows that. This is not going to be a good season, clearly. 9-31. There's no coming back from that. Damn it, it's over. It's over. We're going to have to see what happens in regards to the NBA draft. That's really what it's come down to. We want to see people improve. Yes, we've spoken about that before. But really, what it comes down to is, are we going to be able to scoop somebody up in the NBA draft? Now, I am hoping for at least, I'm not even asking for the number one pick. It will be Cooper Flag. But I'm hoping we can at least get in the top 3. I'm hoping we can at least get in the top 3. Bailey's there from Rutgers. Dylan Harper's there as well. I wouldn't mind one of those 3. If I have the number one pick, I'm going Cooper Flag. But between Bailey and Harper, that's a close one for me. I like Bailey. He's tall. He has size, you know what I'm saying? He's Kevin Durant-like with the way he can shoot the ball, put the ball on the ground, pull up from mid-range. He's smooth. Dylan Harper is for real, too. Like, Dylan Harper is legit. Handles, bunnies, get to the basket, shifty. Lord have mercy. Now, Cooper Flag just dropped 42, 6 and 7. Maybe I could show you some of the highlights on here just a little bit, because I don't have the raw footage of him just getting all the buckets. I got a highlight video up of just the game overall that's almost like 6 minutes, and I definitely don't want to play all of that. But for anybody who hasn't seen him, let me share my screen for you for the last time. Let me get in there. Screen share. All right. Let's check out Cooper Flag.
With 2 or 3 minutes to go, just couldn't deal.
All right. Now, I'm going to turn down the audio there. See if we can. And the thing about Cooper Flag, too, is that he's not just a guy who can score the ball. I didn't realize how well he can shoot from the outside. I mean, I knew he could shoot it from out there, but he's pretty damn consistent. There are some plays. You know what? I'm going to go back. And is there anything I could show you in shorts in regards to Cooper Flag? Let me show you.
Can we talk about
This dude has a video. Maybe we can put this on mute and show you some of this. Like Cooper Flag. Dude, if you like, dear God, are you kidding me? I mean, he can go from end to end, put the ball on the floor, pull up from mid-range, pull up from three, can dish the ball, can rebound, can defend and block shots. I mean, listen, folks, to me, he is the real deal. Now, he was practicing with Team USA when they went to the Olympics this past summer. LeBron was talking about him a lot and how good this damn guy is. One dribble, pull up from three. I mean, he is legit. He is legit, folks. And if you get a guy like Cooper Flag, he will change your franchise. He will change your franchise. Not sure he could do it by himself, but overall, he is going to be putting in work from day one. No if, and, or buts about this one, folks. I am telling you, that man is legit. But if the Raptors get a top pick, and it's not the number one pick, Bailey or Dylan Harper, I'm looking at those guys at 1 or 2. I think number 2 will probably be Dylan Harper. Bailey probably be 3 as of right now, but you never know. A lot of things change, folks. At Mike Roach 7 on IG, at Mike Roach 23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, and rate everything the Mike Roach Podcast. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. And folks, before I get out of here, I want to mention that last week I went to a taco bar in Mississauga with my wife called Contigo. Second time that we've been there. Fantastic. I'm actually going to tag them in a post or something. But I like the owner. Young brother. He's a cool dude, man. Met him a couple times now. The food is fantastic. Atmosphere is fantastic as well. I would definitely recommend it. Contigo Taco Bar in Mississauga on Mill Creek. Can't remember the address exactly, but it is on Mill Creek in Mississauga. Fantastic place. I like it. And been there twice, as I mentioned. I'm looking forward to going there again. Food is dope. They got some nice beverages there. Nice place, folks. Okay, I got to give a shout out to Contigo before I get out of here. But anyway, folks, it's your boy Mike Roach. I will be back again soon. Glad to be with you. It's your boy, and I'm out.